to me now, put it in my pocket.
Okay, so that's kind of about that. The next thing, once you got the website and you got the hosting account done. Now, if you haven't got your hosting account done yet, or your URL or your hosting account, don't do anything. Don't go online at lunch or anything. But what I want you to do is, you have not done it. If you've not given anything to Eric, you guys met him. Raise your hand in the back of the room. In the back of the room, before you are allowed back, not really, but before you guys, if you can, please. I don't know if you realize, but when you set up an email account, when you set up your URL, when you set up your hosting account, it takes Eric a half an hour per install to install this autoresponder that we're putting on for you. So there's a bunch of people in the room that have not done it. So Eric's goals tonight is to get some sleep. That's what he told me. He goes, tonight I want to get some sleep. I think with your class, he didn't even sleep the whole time because he's installing autoresponders. You think $30, think 30 hours. He already did it. A lot of people in the room. So if you think about it, we got 50 people in the room times 30 minutes. How many hours did he put into already installing everybody in the room? So he's got a lot of time ahead of him, and he would like to sleep tonight. So if you guys can please help him get some sleep, because quite honestly, I'll tell you, you will be behind tomorrow if you don't get it done. Actually, you just won't have fun tomorrow. So please meet with Eric. He'll help you out. Meet with a team player in the back if you need some help coming up with the URL. But we need that done today, as quickly as possible, to get your one autoresponder installed, get your URL and everything. But just meet with Eric if you haven't talked to Eric yet. Go with him. I think there were 7 people on the list.
Are there any decisions to make before seeing him?
No, just see him. They'll make the decisions.
Okay.
Yeah. So you want to get the autoresponder, and just so everybody knows of how this works, there's 2 different types of autoresponders out there, or 2 different. Why is this ugly color? There's 2 different kinds of autoresponders, and this 2 different kinds of autoresponders. It's very important to know. There's 2 different kinds, and the 2 kinds is there's a regular, and then there's a smart. Now, a regular autoresponder is one that if you'd email, like you emailed me last week and it says, hey, look, I'm out, Mark Johansson's, I won't be back until Monday or something like that. That's a regular autoresponder. You email a friend, you get an email back and it says, I'm out of town and won't be back. That's a regular autoresponder. That's not the one we're talking about. That's not the one we're giving you, although they are on your hosting, so don't worry, it's there. But we're getting a smart autoresponder. Now, there's 3 different types of smart autoresponders. There's a piece of software that you put on your computer. Now, this piece of software, you put it on your computer like you would like anything else, if I have anything in here. You put it in your slot on your computer, you slide it in, you put it on your computer, and you would install it like you would install Microsoft Office or something like that. You just install it on your computer. That's the first type. The second type is a piece of software. Second type is what we call a third-party autoresponder. A third-party autoresponder. Now, a third-party autoresponder is where you go to a website, you put in your username, you put in your password, you log in, and you push the little button, you log in, and now you're there. Let me give you some examples of some of these. Well, I'll give you an example of a software. Corey Rudel's office has one. It's a piece of software you put on your computer. I can't remember the name of that one. There's third-party that you can get. The One Shopping Cart is a third-party. Aweber is a third-party. There's a bunch of them out there that are pretty much third party. Constant Contact's a third party. What it is, you go to a website like www.thirdparty.theirwebsite.com, thirdparty autoresponder.com, and then you put in your username, put in your password, and then you get to access to your information, your list, your subscribers, your database. But I go to the same site that you went to, put my username and password in there, and I get into mine. Another person can go in, do the same thing, so we're all doing it. Now, that's a third party. Now, there's another one too that you can do is actually a piece of software that you don't put on your computer, but you put on hosting account. Now, what I want to do is I want to kind of show you the difference between these 3. First of all, software that you put on your computer. Let's say you installed the software, you put it on your computer, and you're here right now, and you want to do a promotion, but your computer's back home. You can't send out that email because your computer's over there using this. That's the only reason I do not like this. And also because usually you're sending it out through, another thing with it is typically you are sending it out through your ISP or your internet server provider, and they will shut you down and cancel your account if they catch you sending more than a lot of emails going out. So that can be another problem with this. Third-party autoresponder, now let's look at this third-party autoresponder. A lot of people like to recommend third-party autoresponders, but here's why. Because they give you nice residual income or income that you make. But the funny thing is, a lot of these guys that are introducing everybody to them, if you really look at what they're doing, if you go scroll down to the bottom of the emails, you will see a common thing. And I was making some comments last night about what we're seeing is a lot of people are using a different autoresponder. They're telling everybody about one, but they're using another. So I will tell you, and there's a reason for that. Let's say, remember I said when you get your domain, it has an IP address? So this domain, thirdpartyautoresponder.com, has an IP address. Let's call it 1.1.1. 1.1.1. So it has an IP address. So it has its IP address, it's 1.1.1. That's thirdpartyautoresponder.com. Now let's say that let's say that you, me, and then Joe are all using the same autoresponder. What's the next holiday coming up? Labor Day or Memorial Day? Labor Day. I get them mixed up. Labor Day. So we got Labor Day coming out, and we want to do a promotion for Labor Day. So let's say you, me, and Joe Blow, decide we're going to do a promotion for a Labor Day special. So we're getting ready, we're geared up, we have a list of people, and you and I did everything that I taught you this weekend. But Joe went out and did everything I said not to do. He went out and bought 150,000 names for $50, which I don't know if you guys have ever seen those emails, don't ever do that. But he went out and bought 150 double opt-in or opt-in emails addresses, loaded them to his autoresponder, and now he's going to send out to them. First of all, do not, even though they say they're opt-in emails, they did not opt into you. They opt into somebody else, so therefore that is spamming. But he did it. So he went out and did it. So let's say that we're going to do this promotion. Joe sends his email first. Now Joe sends his email first, it gets stopped by the spam filters. Spam filters, AOL blocks them, says, I will not allow this person to come through anymore. They don't say that I'm not going to allow this person to come through anymore. The person at this email address, which would be joe@joeblow.com, what they're really saying is I'm not allowing this IP address to send me any more emails. So now what happens is Joe sends his email. They said no more emails coming from 1.1.1. Now you send out your email, you get blocked. I send out my email, I get blocked. Now we're in a problem. We're doing an email campaign. We're trying to make money, or we want to make money, but you know what? Joe screwed it up for us. Now we're hurting. And this is what's happening to a lot of people at a couple places I've named. They're all scurrying to a whole other location. I'll get to your question in a second. They're all scurrying to another location. So they get blocked. Now, so that's the one. Now, here's the solution to the whole thing. If you get your own IP address, you have your own IP address, and we'll call it something else. So let's do the same scenario. And if you install the hosting that's on, you put the software on your hosting account, which the way we're doing it, put your hosting on your account, you will go to your domain, you'll put in your username and password on your domain. So I'll go to my domain, put in my username and password, get into my account. You'll go to your domain, do it, and then Joe will go to his domain. Let's say the same scenario. All three of us are doing it again. Joe, or you, me, and Joe. We're doing it again. Now, Joe sends out his emails first, but Joe is 1.2.1.1, I'm 1.3.1.1, and you're 1.4.1.1, your own unique IP address. Joe sends his out, he gets blocked. Now you send out your email, you get through. I send my email, I get through. Why? Because they blocked his IP address, they did not block mine or yours. So now you're getting through. So the solution to it is you put the software on your hosting account with your own unique IP address, which is the key. And that's exactly what we did to you at Frontier Power Hosting. You get your own unique IP address. And the autoresponder that we use is AutoResponse Plus, ARP3 or AutoResponse Plus. We bought the license for you. Let me tell you a couple things that we did for you too. Not only you get the hosting for a year, but you also get the autoresponder for a lifetime.
Do you want money? Yes, I want the money. Do you want money? Of course, that's a stupid question.